What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, it's been so freaking long since I had a video up. It hasn't been that long. It's been a few days, but it's just felt like a long time. And super excited to be here filming again today. So this is the look that I came up with. I love this look so much, you guys. I've just been, of course, fully inspired by Valentine's Day coming up. This look is super duper simple. Plus it's using the Voss Holy Grail palette. I may have just used this recently in a tutorial, you guys. I couldn't remember if I actually ended up uploading that tutorial or not. So I'm sorry if I did already use this last week and I'm using it again. I try not to use things too closely together. This just has a ton of gorgeous, gorgeous shades appropriate for Valentine's Day. So I just thought that this would be perfect. And I used a lot of colors in this palette too. Further ado, you guys, if you want to say to get this look, just keep watching. All the products will be listed and linked down below. So first off, I'm taking the Becca First Light Priming Filter, you guys. I've never tried this before, but it sounds pretty much like everything I would need. It is a instant complexion refresher, and it said it's supposed to take care of tired looking face, and that's kind of like what I have all the time. I'm excited to see if it fixes my funky face. Love that it's purple too, kind of cute. Okay, and this was sent to me by Becca Cosmetics, you guys. I did not pay for this myself. It was a part of a PR package. I'm gonna take this little Morphe foundation brush here, and I'm going to just apply this everywhere. It's very thin, as you can see. I will say this certainly feels refreshing. They weren't wrong about that. It's definitely waking my face right up. Why can't I find my eye primer? You guys, I'm having the hardest time. I'm gonna put this Lancome La Absolute Precious Cells lip balm on my lips. Next, I'm taking some Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Exploded everywhere all over me. And just prep your lids with this really quickly. I'm then going to take the Voss Holy Grail palette. First going into the shade Thanks a Latte. This will prep all of our other shadows and get everything to lay down nice and smooth. I'm also going to go into Bestie here with the same Sigma Beauty Tapered E... Well, we're taking Bestie with the Sigma E40 brush, and I'm going to blend this into my transition. But of course, right, we need a lovely, soft, yummy transition for our Valentine's Day look. I am blowing it out probably a little bit more than I normally would. If you bring it out too far, we can clean it up later, so don't worry about that. From there, I'm also going to jump into Wine and Dine with this same brush. I really haven't switched up my brush at all. And I'm going to start working that into the crease as well. Just blending it into that transition. Just because it's Valentine's Day, I think it would be fun to kind of kick it up, right? With a little patch of pink there. And then from there, I'm also going to take some of Crystal for my highlight. Just going to pack it right there underneath my brow. I don't do many shimmery highlights, but I'm like, why not, right? It's Valentine's Day. Let's mix it up. Next, I'm going to take the Becca Cosmetics Under Eye Brightening Corrector, but I'm going to use this on my lid with my Sigma E58 Cream Color Brush. Bring this onto my lid here. And then from there, I want to take, I actually really think I want to do So Jelly. I'm packing that on the lid, right on top of that base that we laid down. And then from there, I also want to take, gosh, I've really been looking at this glamping shade this whole time. I add glamping right on the outer half. Just packing that on. I really like this shade. And I'm taking some of that shiny shade that we just had on the lid, the So Jelly, and just marrying that over the middle of the two shades so that it blends together. Next for liner, I'm taking my Sigma Beauty Wicked Gel Liner, which I can't believe like how fast I went through it this month. I usually am like pretty loyal to my liquid liner from Sigma, the Legend, because it's like so matte black. I love it. But lately I've just been wanting like a little more control with a brush, you know what I mean? And I of course want to wing this bish, I just do. I've used that liner to its fullest extent. I'm gonna switch to my freaking Tartiste with my Sigma Angled Brow Brush. And then I'm going to take a makeup remover wipe, and I just like to clean up the bottoms of that. So if your wing's a little squiggly or something, not perfect, that's okay. Just take your makeup remover wipe and clean up along that edge, and that should crispen it a bit. Every time I flip my hair back, one earring falls out. I'm so sick of putting it in. I'm just gonna leave it out. I don't even care. So we've already primed. For foundation, I'm gonna use, wow, a lot of Becca in this tutorial. I actually bought this myself at Ulta about a week ago. It is Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation in the shade Fair. And it's still like too dark on me, so I'm like the fairest of them all. Snow White reference. Yeah, so, okay, so I love the foundation. I love the coverage. I hate the freaking packaging more than anything, Becca. Everybody, please pay attention. Like, brands, please get rid of this dropper stitch. Like, I need way more foundation than that. This is such a pain in the arse to use every day. And to be honest with you, I think when I bought mine, I think my little dropper was broken. And it's like, I'm not gonna go back to Ulta to try and figure out what other droppers aren't broken. It just really made me angry. Really wish it worked, but it hardly puts out any foundation. So I think my dropper's broken. I don't like the dropper packaging. I wish it was just in like a squeezy tube like their other ones, or a pump. I understand it's like really watery, so that's probably why it's the aqua, you know? It's probably why it's in the glass dropper. But I love the foundation. I think it looks so natural. It gives like a really pretty glow to the skin. And it's like comfortable, which I love. I add a little bit of my L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage Foundation because that Becca foundation just isn't doing it for my coverage today. I just wanted something maybe a little bit more moussey like this that'll just kind of really, like, I hate to say it, but like cake up that area, you know? I feel like I need more coverage. That's what I'm trying to say. Simply put, I need more coverage, peeps. And I did just haul these products, you guys, and I tried a bunch of new drugstore ones on, so if you missed that, I will have it linked down below. It was a super fun video. I love try-on videos. Now for concealer, I'm going to take the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape in the shade Light, which I know I'm so late to like the train, the hype on this concealer. I just bought it at Ulta like last week, and I see what all the hype's about. I love it. I just like to do a little here, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with my beauty blender really quickly here. Coverage of this concealer, of course, you guys know is really, really nice, and I do think it blends out really quickly, really easily, without wiping totally away, which is nice, you know? You're still left with that nice coverage. And then I'm going to take my KVD setting powder, Kat Von D, you know, and I'm going to do some light baking under the eyes using my Sigma Beauty Blend Kabuki brush. What is this? The F79 brush it's called. And I'm going to set this right on top. I also like to take the Sigma Bake Precision P89 brush. It's a little smaller, it's a little tighter, and I'll use this to carve out any real sharp lines that I like to have in my baking, which really is just along my nose because I don't love the shape of my nose, as you guys know. I like to try and make it look a little thinner. How's your year going so far, fam? How was your 2017? I feel like we haven't connected much. Like, what's going on? Is there any new big news you guys have for me? I'm just shaping up. You guys know what I'm doing. Carving that out, shaping that up. You guys know I like to take just a little bit, whatever's left of that powder, and bake it underneath the contour. So that's going to help naturally get that to pop. So while this is baking, let's try this powder. So this is the Becca Cosmetics Soft Light Blurring Powder in the shade Golden Hour. Ooh, I hope it's not too dark for me. It's got a really nice, big, pretty lid. And again, this was sent to me for PR. I did not purchase this myself. It reminds me of the Dior, what was it? Dior Skin Nude Loose Powder that came out so long ago, but it was much smaller. But that was like, I loved that powder. Oh, it looks a little pinky. I'll start with a duo fiber because I kind of want to see how this goes on lightly, and I think I have a lot of control with a duo fiber. It really only picks up like what you want it to pick up, you know what I mean? So if you're someone who gets carried away, your bronzers or your blushes or whatever, a duo fiber brush is really nice to kind of use as like a safeguard so that you don't get too carried away. Okay, so I'm running this all over, and I hope this is how you're supposed to use it. Just like holding this giant lid of information. So this says it's a real wearable beauty filter. It's a new Feather Light loose setting powder. It acts as a veil to blur imperfections and eliminate shine and set makeup. It's the perfect last step in your makeup routine and can be reapplied throughout the day to refresh your base. To apply, tap the powder into the lid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's just like a refresher, it's a setter. You can go ahead and start blurring away any of that translucent Kat Von D powder. First impressions, like so far, just on first usage basis, I really liked this. I like how it looks. We're gonna have to see how it lasts and all that. But you guys know, I feel like I have such a natural glow right now. I've put on no highlighter products whatsoever. And I feel like I'm just glistening. I'm sorry, but I love it. Oh my God, where's my wedding ring? I just realized it. That was almost really bad. I just almost cried. Next up, I want to kind of take some of these Kat Von D little shades. What are these powders called? Lucid and Lyric, I think. I like to use them under my eyes to go ahead and brighten that area, but also knock off the excess translucence that's hanging around. So go in and buff that out. I don't like to buff too hard so that you're not rubbing away and wearing away your concealer and stuff, which is a mistake I used to make a lot. You want to be gentle still, but just, you know, just kind of lightly nick off any excess. Kind of like that. Kind of like a rolling motion more than, or a pressing even, than a swiping, you know? Next for liner, I'm taking Sigma Beauty's Atomic No. 6 eyeliner pencil. It's like a nice chocolatey brown. And I'm gonna tightline with this. You could, of course, use a black if you wanted to. So we already have the thick black wing on our top lid. I think tightlining with just a nice chocolatey brown is gonna really make our eyes pop and stand out. I'm gonna take it down here, right along the waterline. And then with the E46 liner brush, I'm just going to, or lid brush, inner corner brush, I'm going to blend that out. Just because I don't want it quite as messy looking. I don't want to smudge it out far, but just enough so that, you know, it flows better. And then let's go back into our original shade, Bestie. This is the Sigma E45. I'm just going to run that on top of that liner. And then lastly, going into Teddy Bear, I'm going to run a little of that down here too. And then taking the rest of that Teddy Bear shade right on this outer edge. Just want to smoke that out a slight bit more. And bringing it down to the inner corner to define that lighter pink more. And from there, I'm going to take Maybelline the Colossal Big Shot on my lashes. And don't forget the bottom lashes, of course. Back into this palette again, I'm going to take Poof, or Ploof, and a little bit of Crystal. And I'm going to use this on the inner corner. And for contouring, I'm taking my little Loyal Fiona Styles contouring palette. I like to mix these two shades here with my Sigma E38 crease brush. This is the Pure Minerals Mineral Glow Bronzer. It was in my BoxyCharm video, you guys, which I don't know if this month's BoxyCharm is going to be up, I'll be honest. I hated my freaking face in it. And I'm going to buff, buff, buff. Isn't this pretty, though? It's really pretty, I think. Very natural. Back through the cheeks there. And then let's also take it underneath and warm up our jawline. And I'm definitely going to bring it down onto the neck a little bit because I'm pale, you guys. Oh my God, Teen Mom last night. Ugh. I'm so annoyed with Adam. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know how I feel about Adam. Cannot with him. I'm telling you guys, he does not live far from my family in like where they live in South Dakota. And I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Maybe I'm gonna try to find Adam when I go home to South Dakota this summer. How do you guys feel about that? Chelsea's probably like, get out of my life, girlfriend. I don't need you fighting my battle. Love these duo fiber brushes. They make me feel such, like, just so naturally pretty. Love this bronzer Pure. This is really beautiful. Taking my Fiona Styles one more time, I'm gonna go into the middle shade. A little bit of the middle, again, a little bit of this one. This is Nymphia Aura Powder by Sigma Beauty. Doesn't it make you happy when you look at it? It just makes me so happy when I look at it, and it's freaking huge. Like, I will never run out of this darn blush. I don't want to, you know? This is my Sigma Cream F05 brush. Not sure if they make the Cream F05 anymore. And I'm just gonna melt that right into my cheek. For lashes, I want to use these by Violet Voss. These are called Just Slayin'. I can't find my scissors anywhere, you guys, so we're just gonna have to wing this. The lash adhesive I'm using is clear, latex free with aloe, huh? Eyelash glues by Kiss Products here. Just To wait for this glue to dry. I hate false lashes. I'm so bad at them. Next, I'm going to take Double Take by Artist Couture, and it's from the Jackie Aina collection. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on my inner corner. Really quickly, I feel like I need some more shimmer in there. The other one wasn't quite doing it. Yes, this is more fitting to kind of like our look. Okay guys, lastly, almost done. I'm going to spritz my face with Urban Decay makeup spray. I'm taking a little bit more of that Artist Couture, again in the shade Double Take. Adding some on the nose. And to brighten up, I'm going to take a little bit of Opal from Becca Cosmetics. And then for lips, I'm first going to line with Makeup Forever's Aqua Lip in the shade, what is this? 10C, I believe? I'm going to take this Urban Decay Nocturnal Vice lipstick in the shade Backstab. I'm going to take the Lancome Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Lavender Patina. It's like a real glossy. Alright you guys, that was it for this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for helping me to get to 300,000 subscribers. Stay tuned this week for my giveaway, you guys. I finally have it almost edited. My new giveaway video will be up this week. I love you guys and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!